Guys, we're going to do a real easy video today. 5 things I love about my Porsche Cayman, and 5 things I hate about my Porsche Cayman. And it's really hard to hate this car, but there is some things that just bug me a little bit. So we'll get into it, but first, can we just admire it? Look at the curves. I know it's a little dirty right now, but she is just a stunning car. Very few cars look good from every single angle the way this one does. So we're going to hop in after this thing warms up a little bit, go for a little drive, and we're just going to chat about it. So first off, if you guys are coming back to these videos and keep watching, just know that I notice you, and you guys are rock stars for doing that. But, you know, we're getting dangerously close to that 500, and you know I don't want to spend my money on that GT3, so you guys just quit subscribing already, like seriously, because I don't want to do it, and you guys are getting real close to making me do it. That's not that's not what this video is about today, though. Today we're talking about 5 things I love about this car and 5 things I hate about it. And I already kind of told you it's really hard to hate this car, but there are some things that bother me. So we'll start with the bad, and then we'll move to the good, you know, just to make it easy. So the first thing I hate about this car is that like lingering feeling when you're driving it, like you're putting miles on it, and it's gonna hurt the resale value. But truth be told, I've had the car 5 years and don't plan on ever selling it. But miling it up for some reason, it still kind of bugs me. I know you Porsche owners can relate to this, where every time you drive it, you feel like you're sacrificing something, like you're taking away its purity with every drive. But you know, these cars are meant to be driven, and they're very robust and reliable cars, so they should be driven. So it's not really too much of a thing to hate, but it does bother me when I do drive it in that regard. Another thing that I don't like about this car is a very obvious one that I know you Porsche guys are going to relate to, and that's the maintenance costs. They're pretty extreme compared to a regular car. Like, I would say triple, if not quadruple, what you would pay for, you know, let's say a Honda or whatever. And you know that going into it, and you sort of expect that, and that sun is crazy. Sorry about that. But you know, the maintenance costs are worth it, because at the end of the day, there's nothing that drives quite the way this does, especially at the price point of this car. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the consumption of tires is absolutely insane on this car. So I've been running the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, and the rear tires, I only get like maybe 8,000 to 10,000 miles out of them before they're totally smoked and need replaced. And the front tires are looking like 15,000 to 20,000 depending on how hard I drive it. And you know, that's really insane, and that's with a good alignment and no track use, just street use. And I do push the car pretty hard on the street, but even still, 8,000 miles out of a set of tires is just not very good. And it's really going to be hard to think about 2 more things I don't like about it. But one that I know I don't like about this car is these damn clips. So look at those clips. These are always broken. Like, this one doesn't work, that one always falls off. It's like, I don't understand how a car with such good build quality misses the mark on little stuff like that. And then the last thing I don't like about this car is, I'm not sure if that was 5 or not, but I really only have one more thing I don't like about it. So the last thing I don't like about this car is that it just isn't the most practical. So it does have enough space to put a lot of stuff in it, but like if you have a larger item, like a set of golf clubs, for instance, if you're trying to bring a full golf bag, you pretty much have to lay it over the engine. And I really don't like laying my clubs over the engine and having them bounce around off all the interior plastics. It's just not a good feeling having them bounce around inside here. So, you know, if you really get into the weeds, you could probably find a couple more, you know, problems with this car, but this car is truly fantastic. So to say that even I hate those things about it is kind of a stretch anyway. But, you know, on to the good stuff. So the first thing I truly love about this car is obviously the looks. You know, there's not a single bad angle on this car. No matter which angle you look at it, it's pleasing to the eye. I have yet to find an angle where I'm like, it's kind of weird, you know, because we're getting my wife a new M2, and that car has some weird angles. It has some great angles, and it has some angles that are kind of like, but this car, no shot. Every angle is just perfect, you know. So the looks are incredible. The second thing I like about it is, you know, it's kind of dogging the build quality on the vents, but the build quality in general on this car is like second to none. It is really well screwed together. Like hardly any squeaks or rattles. Everything feels like solid. All the materials are like very nice, and you can see we have the full leather with this car. So it's got the leather on the upper door cards, the leather on the dash, and with that, you know, it just, everything you touch just feels nice, and it feels premium. Like everything is a really premium experience. The third thing that I really like about this car is it's just the way it handles. It's truly like an oversized go-kart. Like it literally just point and go. Wherever you put the wheel, it just goes without even questioning it. And it like rotates in a way that is, if you've never driven one, you cannot describe the way this car rotates. And the steering feel is just so good. The way it steers and handles is incredible. I've driven some really nice cars and nothing handles like a Porsche does. And I would say it even handles better than the 911s. You know, obviously there's some folks that are going to disagree with that, but you know, I think that the Caymans do handle better. Then, you know, another thing that I really love about this car is the sound. And we're obviously on the street right now, so I'm not going to push it too hard, but both the exterior noise and the interior noise are just lovely. So when you're getting on it, the induction noise is just pure bliss. It sounds incredible. And on the outside, you know, you heard me start it up. This is the stock exhaust without even the sport exhaust option. It still sounds incredible, even with like the quiet exhaust. You know, the quiet exhaust still makes some noise, and again, it's the induction noise for me more than anything. Was that 4 things, babe, or was that 3?
I think that was 4.
That was 4. So the last thing that I really love about this car is that it brings a smile to everybody's face when you're out driving this thing. You go to a gas station, you just drive past people are looking, they're smiling, it's approachable. You know, a lot of like high-end sports cars, like if you're driving a Lamborghini, people think it's cool for sure, but the problem with a Lamborghini is that it's not very approachable. It doesn't feel friendly. It feels like that guy is a jerk, kind of, if he's driving a Lamborghini. But if you're driving like a low-end Porsche, it's like, it's an approachable car, so people can relate to it and aspire to own one. And it's just so beautiful that people will literally just stop what they're doing and stare at it, come up to you and ask questions about it. And they're really just interested in learning about the car, like what year is it, how many miles does it have, you know, what model is it. They don't even know what the car is, because you don't see them. You know, we're in the Midwest, so you don't see a lot of these out. Very rarely. I might see one every few months. I'll see a Cayman or a Boxster, but when you do, you know, they stick out in this area in particular, and people want to know what it is, and people get excited about it, especially kids. When you see, like, because I remember being a kid and looking up to, you know, all the people I see driving cool cars, and when kids see this car, they have such a positive reaction. It like makes my day every time when I see a kid smile, because I know I was that kid, and I know that I worked hard to get one myself, and I know that that kid can too. And we almost hit a squirrel, guys. Whew. So that'll be it for today, and please don't subscribe till after November, because I'm getting so close to that 500, and Vanessa might be pretty upset if I get that GT3, and we don't want to make her upset. And you know what, how about if we get 20 likes on this video, we can get her introduced to the vlog. You know, she's camera shy, and she's not as bold as I am, but she is just as funny, just as charismatic as I am. She's just a little bit too afraid to share it with you guys. So let's get less than 500 subs before November, mid-November, and let's get 20 likes on this vid so Vanessa can come back, maybe introduce in the next vlog. So again, thank you guys for watching. If this is your second, third, or fourth watch with me, just know it's going to keep coming. The pace is going to slow down. You know, obviously daily vlogs is not sustainable, but we're going to keep the pace pretty good with at least a couple videos a week. We're going to try to. It could go down to once a week, but know that we're going to keep pumping content out for you guys. And like I said, let's get Vanessa in these vlogs. I know you guys are going to love her. And whenever she gets her car, I know you guys are going to really love to see how she reacts to that, because she's been driving her Hyundai for 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah,
About 8 years. And 8 years with that Hyundai, she is deserving of a better car. So when her M2 comes in, you know, I just can't wait to see her reaction, because I know she's going to be smiling ear to ear. she can't shut up about it. And we actually just got into production, so it's coming soon, guys. And I say soon, but it's looking like February or so. But we're very excited for it. And again, don't subscribe yet. Please wait till November, because I don't want to get in trouble. Please don't get me in trouble, guys. Thank you for watching.